Hey guys, what's up? This is Jake with Mind Over Mind. Today I'm going to be reviewing Lewa, Master of Jungle from the Bionicle 2015 Winter Wave. And without further ado, let's begin. Alright, and here he is, Lewa, Master of Jungle. This guy's pretty cool, actually one of my favorite sets of Bionicle 2015. I just think he has a very solid build, but there are some things I actually really don't like about his build itself, but we're gonna get to that in just a little bit. But before we do anything, before we get started, let's go ahead and look at his box. This is the box for Lewa. You see his name right in this corner. You see that there's some skull spider action going on. He's being attacked. It also comes with the golden mask, which gives him his elemental powers. This is for ages 7 through 14. Set number 70784, and it has 85 pieces. Going to the back, we see that he has a dual function right here. Kind of shows the different ways that you can display Lewa's weapons and such. You see his golden Miru, the mask of levitation, which was, well, the 2001 counterpart variant. Then we have the functionalities right here, different ways to interact with the set itself. We will get to all that stuff in just a little bit. Here we go, Protector of Jungle. He gets infected with a skull spider. Lewa comes in, grabs his mask, puts it on, and is able to help the Protector. Kind of cool how they have a comic on every single box, which is something I do like. It just kind of adds more character and personality to the world itself. But on to the set. This is Lewa, and he's actually one of my favorite characters of the original 2001 Toa Wave. I just loved the fun-loving, quick-witted type of person or character that this guy was. I just really liked how he was the one to crack the joke and everything like that. But we're not talking about the old stuff. This is the new stuff right in front of us, and we're going to be going over the set. Now, first off, I want to say the color scheme is very interesting. It's kind of like a orangish yellow with this green color. And at first I really didn't think I would like it, and I'm still kind of impartial to it. It's something that I haven't really made my mind up, especially with these yellow pieces right here. It just kind of mixes it up. I don't know if I enjoy it. I definitely don't like it as much as other Toa's color schemes. It's just kind of different, and maybe I'll warm up to it over time, but as of yet, I'm still kind of iffy on it. Now, while we're talking about cons or things that we don't like about sets, I will say that the head positioning for this set is very interesting. Not the head positioning itself, but just the fact that I feel like every time I try to pose this guy, his mask goes flying. And that kind of partially has to do with the shoulder pads right here that kind of come down, gives him more of an aerodynamic look. I will say that I really like the aesthetic. I really like these things coming down, and it gives him more of a buffed up look. Not like he's overly strong or anything like that, but it just gives him more filling. It fills in empty spaces, and I really like how it looks. But I will say that it does really get in the way of his mask, and he doesn't really have much posability in the head because of that. He can't really look left or right very far, and if you do manage to get his head kind of looking that way, a simple tap of one of these kind of shoulder pads will kind of just send his mask flying. So that's something that I noticed while I was playing around with the set. Also, you know, Lewa's a flying character, so you would imagine that when he's flying he'd be looking straight up, but in this case you can't even lift his head that farther up than that. So you can't make him look in the direction where he's flying when he's flying, you know, parallel to the ground. So that's something I noticed. I'm sure there's some modifications that can be made to kind of give him some more posability, but as of yet, those are just the things that I've noticed. Now onto the back, I like this piece that kind of runs down here. It gives him, it just fills in a lot of space, empty space. That was on his kind of spine area. I like these pieces right here. They kind of flow really nice, and you can see these gears underneath. It looks really cool in my opinion, and it makes him really look robotical. So of course the functions, basically you press the back of the head and the mask goes flying, and it's kind of part of that game where basically you try to knock the mask off your other opponent. The mask itself is actually, I think, the biggest departure from the original mask. I'm just going to grab the original right now to kind of compare the two. But if you see the 2001 version, it's very smooth, aerodynamic. This one has just a bunch of ridges. You can see it has the same kind of shape, overall shape, with the curve going over the forehead. And you can see that the eyes are still there, still kind of the same shape, but they're very small. They're a lot smaller than they were. And these side vents have been also reduced like crazy. I think this is the mask that mostly looked like a tribal mask from the original sets. And with this iteration, they've really made a lot of changes. Now when I compare the mask to the original, I don't really see that there is much similarity at all. I do like the mask if I look at it completely separate from the original counterpart though. I do like the flow of the mask. The ridges look very cool, and it's just something that I'll have to get used to over time. Now the chest print is reflective. It shows all these kind of cool designs. It gives like a jungle look. You see all these lines and things running all over the place. There is this vent system right here that kind of vents out air or something. I don't know. It looks cool, and it's very interesting. I do like it a lot, which is one of the pros that I will give this set. Of course, this set comes with a golden mask and a skull spider. So basically, here's the skull spider. It has 4 legs. It's the same color that came with Pohatu, and it basically latches onto the face of an enemy Toa, like so. But I don't know how well it's going to latch on with these funky shoulder pads. So it looks very cool, but his mask, or his face, can't really be covered by behind the head by the legs of the skull spider because of these funky shoulder pads. It looks very cool. I just hope he doesn't take his anger out on Onua anytime soon, if you catch my drift. Of course, it comes with a golden mask, as I stated earlier. The golden mask actually looks good with the set. It kind of is the same color as the orangish yellow, so it actually does kind of look good. Of course, you can pose this figure any way you wish. He has 3 joints in his arms and his legs, and there's the functionality as well, where basically you wind this yellow knob, causing both of his arms, not 1 but 2, to kind of slash at his opponents, which is something I really like. It's very cool that they have a nice balance between posability and function. It reminds me of the Toa Metru sets that we got in, I think, 2004. So that's something I really appreciate about these new Bionicle sets, and it's something that I like a lot. Now, of course, each Toa has a dual, 2 ways to use his weapons, so I'm going to go ahead and transition him into the other way. And there you have it. He has these wing-type things on the back of his forearms, and he has these machetes that are going to be used to attack his foes and slash at enemy vines or anything like that. So I do like the dual functionality. It's super easy. They make it really simple to kind of change out his weapons. And I did it in almost like 30 seconds, so that's pretty cool. But the fact that he has these wings now, it's a very cool concept. And now he can fly freely from treetop to treetop at will. Anyways, this has been Lewa, Master of Jungle. If you have this set, let me know in the comments. Do you like it? Do you hate it? What's your favorite Toa set of 2015? I want to hear all those questions answered in the comments section below. This has been Jake with Mind Over Mind, and I'll catch you guys in the next Bionicle review. Peace out.